Howdy, Derick, Harmon, interior defensive lineman of the Oregon Ducks. Hi, I am Miles. I am going to be your evaluator for the day for this young gentleman. As I was cutting up his film, I did, of course, look a little bit about, what's he about, what he's good at. Very tall cat, right? That's probably the first thing you really get to cling on with this guy. Very tall cat, 6'5", 310. Could be taller at the combine, could be lighter at the combine. We don't know. 59.8 overall grade in 2022, 78.4 in 2023, and 81 in 2024. I love this progression, especially from his freshman year, and he played 12 games. Don't know if he started, but he played 12 for sure. It was his freshman year. Yeah, freshman year. Was able to get to the quarterback 5 times this year, 3 times as a freshman, once a year ago, but he is an interior guy. They're not usually sack leaders unless you're an Aaron Donald, Chris Jones type of dude. But quarterback hurries at 41. That is a translator. That is where your interior defensive lineman, if he can get the quarterback to rush, and of course, with an interior defensive lineman, and how the Oregon Ducks, they play a 3-4. So, a lot of the times, Derick Harmon, he is that edge rusher in the 3-4 aspect of it, still on the inside, but is the quote-unquote D end for that particular defensive formation. And so to get 41 hurries, whether it be interior, it's always going to be interior for a 3-4 aspect of it. But so he's over the B gap, over tackle, outside of tackle. He's kind of just moving all in that realm. So to have interior pressure consistently like that, it's so good. And once again, him being 6'5", so we have great examples of, the Calais Campbells of the world, these big, strong, huge human beings that are able, Cam Hayward, who's another giant type of dude who they can play very, very long. And so off rip, I kind of see 6'5". I'm not turned off on it, but I need to know how athletic you are at 6'5". And you're a DN, I got to know how athletic you are. Because Chris Jones, I think he's up there at 6'4". He's probably 6'5" as well. Very athletic, very strong, a lot more muscle. 86.7 pass rush grade. That's so amazing as an interior guy. I'm assuming he must have crazy long arms. Maybe we see a lot of swing move. Maybe it's his extension is able to be just so much greater with that size and long arm length. I think that's why he might bode very well in the passing regard. True pass rush grade at 91.2. Anything 90, I've been pretty much seeing with PFF. Anything 90, they're so great at. If you can get to a 90 at something, especially defensively, because of the defensive, my personal opinion, the defensive side of the ball, it's always at a disadvantage. So if you can do something really well defensively, I think that's awesome. And if it's getting to the quarterback as an interior guy, which is an art that doesn't get displayed as much as it should, you have no idea what kind of a gift you are about to be to a defense. No idea what kind of gift you're about to be to a defense. Oregon game is who we have with Mr. Derick going against Ohio State. So real quick, Ohio State, what they like to do, like to get the ball out very quick. They like to run the ball. They like to do a lot of east-west things when passing the ball. And so there's not a crazy amount. This was an entire 20-minute clip of, Derick Harmon plays, and I had to cut it down to 4:36 because a lot of it is just Ohio State getting rid of the ball, which is unfortunate. But with Derick Harmon, with defensive tackles, I'd like to see lateral movement. Can you move laterally? Mason Graham, if you guys haven't seen that breakdown, we did it on him probably a month ago at this point in time. But with Mason Graham, the reason why I love him so much, and I know he'll be a top 10 dude, is because his lateral quickness is incredible. His ability to just, let me do this real quick so we can really get intimate. But his ability to really just move side to side effortlessly, that's what I have to see with the Derick Harmon, or or you are just so long pause, and it allows you to really just do whatever you want with these interior guys. And so we got to see. Let's see, Mr. Derick. See what you got. I was really zoomed in. I don't know. I've never done that before. I just saw it and I was like, let's do it. So that was pretty cool. That's how I look up close, guys. Let's go. Right here, 3 tech over that guard, getting double teams right now. Able to. All right. Real quick. We're going to go back. I just have to tell you guys something because in real time, this is a free thought. You guys don't understand exactly how I do things. So I get the film. I cut it up. I see the good play happening to where it's like, oh, we keep this, but I got to go to the next play because it takes a while to cut these up. But the beauty about it is I forget the greatness that these guys could do. I forget what good thing they do. And then it gets to a point where I'm just like blindly just like, okay, let's see what we got here. Look at this. Immediately, he's high already. Don't love that. But he's a 6'5" guy. It's going to look like that. But look how they cannot move him, and he ends up moving back. So this was a type of ordeal where I guess he immediately head on. This is a 2. Guys, help me out. Is this 2I? Is this what they call it? A 2 tech? Because I know this is a 3 right here. But when you're head on with your guard, I believe it's a 2 tech. I'm a corner. I'm a skinny guy, but I love the trenches. So you guys let me know in the comments. I'm pretty sure it's 2, but look at him almost immediately. He's gonna be crashing down a little bit to make immediate contact with the center. Already knows, of course, that he's going to be in on this guard, getting double blocked right here. But look, he does not get pushed back. Even more so as 56 climbs to the second level, he now is relieved to push 77 back, and just with his strength and power and size he has, he almost gets, does he get the ball? He almost gets the ball. Wow. So we saw power, we saw strength, we saw arms there. Really good. Here we go, goal line. I want to see power, I want to see strength, I want to see disruption. I want to see you moving a man back. Yes. I can't wait to see what he benches. Here we go right here. When you're in these situations, you need to move your man back or he can't move you at all. It's either a stalemate or we're going backwards. Anything other than that, I don't need you on goal line. So here we go. Outside defensive end approach. I can't really see right now, but I think he might be at a 3 tech. I can't really see right now from this angle. Look at him. 6'5". 6'5". What? Moving like that. What? Excuse me? What was I thinking when I was cutting this up? I'm not even gonna cap. I'm not even gonna cap. We're gonna keep it 100. This is what I like to do. At some point in time, a year from now, I wanted this to be my full-time thing. I want to get a little thing of whiskey. We drink and we watch film. That's all we do. We're film junkies. That's why you're here, because you're a film junkie. This man who is 6'5" and over 310 pounds should not be able to easily just get up and move. You know, this is a stunt right here. We have a beautiful stunt between 55 and 80. And he's able to go inside. Man, and just haunts down the quarterback. Holy moly, that is good. And you know, Oregon has a low-key history of sending out some dogs from the trenches. Oregon has a history of sending out dogs, period, if we're going to be, you know, for sure. Here we go. We got a nose approach here. This is where I really want to see him. One-on-one with the center, getting a rib shot. Extension. That 6'5" really comes into play right here. Once again, the nose. This is most times I've been pausing and breaking things down in a minute. Look at this. So pretty low, lower than this center that he's definitely, you know, taller than. Takes on a rib shot right here. Has this extension. You see how the center can't even get his hands on Derick. The center can't even get both of his hands on Derick. Derick already with the pop, with the size, with the extension, with the left arm, even with the rib shot. and is able to just swim off of it. Hey, hi, remember me, Judkins? Gets to the running back. Holy moly. Guys, when I'm doing the cut-ups and I'm like, oh, this guy does not look very good. I don't like his body at all. He looks so weird. And look at him just shut me up. Getting low. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. He's 6'5". He's clearly the lowest person to the ground right here. Look at that. Immediately the lowest person to the ground. Look at this pile up he's able to just create and giving it easy. Okay, I thought that was him that just jumped up and got it, but it was number 10. It was the other defensive tackle. If that was him, I would have absolutely lost it for sure. Here we go. We got 5 down linemen. We're matching hat for hat. We got him at the 0. Go Rip! Dude, he's disruptive, man. He's disruptive. This is so good. He's right here in this A gap right here, and you're just gonna see him as Ohio State crashes down, he crashes with it. And look at this rip. Dips in that left shoulder, not giving that tackle or offensive lineman an opportunity to even get his hands on him. Just beautifully gives it there. Almost able to. Oh man, that's such a fast, good play. There you go. Once again, he's really good with that. He does this little dip thing. I don't know if I've seen that necessarily. He does this little dip thing, and it's unfortunately causing these offensive linemen not being able to get their hands on him. Like, what is that? That was a straight up hold. 100%. Look at him kind of. You see this right here? How he dips his shoulder low, almost putting his hand on the ground, and he just rips it up. I understand a rip, but I usually get the rip. Maybe it just looks clean. Maybe I just don't see it too many in interior, because it could happen fast. I was going to say maybe it doesn't happen so early, but maybe just in the interior, you just don't see a lot of ripping pause just so often. Once again, right here, lined up on that tackle, 2 arms extension, pushing him backwards. I like to see power consistently all through the night. This is a long game, important game. As they're sliding, I'm pushing this guy back. If I get off a little bit more, maybe I can disrupt that quarterback getting that ball that way. (22-27). Staying with it. Stay active. So, I mean, it looks like his approach right here, Will Howard, quarterback for Ohio State, he is a mobile dual threat dude. So, I'm more than sure Mr. Derick Harmon's responsibility is to contain the quarterback. And look at him, hand fighting, wrist fighting with these 2 offensive linemen. And look at him just having his eyes on the quarterback at that 6'5" height. That's just so awesome. And look at him just really, he has 4 hands on him at the moment. He has 1 hand on each person at the moment and able to just disengage immediately. Ohio State still scores, but I like that. Very quick, guys. He's quick. His lateral movement, it's tough to really judge because I'm doing it from the aspect of him you're supposed to be 6'2", but I think the fact that he's so big and able to move like that, man, this might be first rounder, guys. Not even joking. This is just disruption. So this is his thing. Okay. So maybe it's just how he slides, or maybe just how he crashes down. But he just loves to make sure, I guess with him being so big, maybe, I'm thinking about this right now, with him being so big, he can't do the traditional 2 hands engage thing because possibly maybe it forces or has the guard or interior center an opportunity to hold on to him more. Maybe it's more surface area for them to grab onto. But we're clearly seeing something here where he is just able to just dip down low to where you can't get your hands on him. And he just rips up. He does not like strafe, I guess. But he doesn't get his hips, parallel, with the line of scrimmage to where he's like squared up. That's where I'm looking for. He's not squared up. He's immediately has an assignment, and he will not give the offensive lineman an opportunity to get the hands on him. That's like a conscious thing he's doing. And he's there, man. His ability to bring the quarterback down needs a lot of work. But here we go right here. Just a simple slap on the outside arm and just starts running. He needs to slow down when he gets there. He's got to slow down. Here we go. A nice stunt. Gets through. No one's blocking him. Am I crazy? These aren't clean blocks at all. He's just so big, so disruptive, so strong. Such a body to deal with. Nice little shaking off the, that. Look at this. Last play. 67 tries to get a hold of these wrists right here. And he's able to just brush it off. He's able to get to the quarterback. Or, yeah, it wasn't a sack, but he was able to get to the quarterback. Oh, this was very revealing. I am very, very happy. Like I said, guys, I thought that this was going to be boring. I had been seeing his names on the downloads, and I just remember cutting it up. I'm like, this is not going to be worth my time. This guy's a first rounder. This guy's a top 25 pick for sure. You could just do so much with that. I mean, there's just going to be so many teams that are just going to be in love with this kid. He can move laterally. It may not be as great as a Mason Graham because when Mason Graham moves laterally, he's still low to the ground. When Derick is moving laterally, he has to get a little bit higher. Unfortunately, he's just bigger dude. We saw strength. We saw length. We saw the ability to disengage. It's harder to hold him, I feel like. Or it might be easier to hold him. I'm not necessarily sure, but he clearly has an advantage out there on the field. As I said at the end of the video, there was no one that was blocking him. But Ohio State, like I said, they get the ball out very, very quick, east to west. Let's see what the Trends have. Hopefully Cincinnati Bengals. Yay, we made it. Dallas Cowboys could definitely use someone like him, but having the Mozzie Smith draft 2 drafts ago and him not being, super bad this year, Mozzie Smith has been making some great strides this year. Don't know if that would be the most awesomest thing for them immediately. For the Cincinnati Bengals to get a player like this in the first round, I would not be mad whatsoever. To have a real clog in the machine interior-wise when we have, the Ravens running on the Bengals and you have the Browns running on the Bengals and the Steelers running to getting an interior dude to clog up the inside, that would be absolutely phenomenal. Even though we have guys right now that I don't hate, but and then the Bears. So that's where he is at the moment. You guys let me know in the comments who you want me to do next. Peace out.